Kill la Kill, episode 11. All right, let's make sure that we're on the same sheet of music before we get into these truly awesome comments. All right, so what did we know, right, as fans about the mystery girl when she jumped in between Roko and the blind guy? What did we know? Okay, that Satsuki's mother knew her and knew that she had gone there. That's about it. So in a short, within about a minute and a half, all of a sudden we find out this girl that jumped in between them. We find out that Goku uniforms, because of some crafted kind of fingernail thing that she has and some skill, can just annihilate Goku uniforms. So they're a joke to her. That Satsuki, the unflappable, is flapping pretty hard up there. She's totally shook up by this person. Okay? And that this is the person that supposedly, well, she said she pulled the scissor out of Satsuki's father. But she said that she did say that she had killed her father. And she was taunting her, oh, well, you don't like the way I look here, and you need to fight me. So, within a short amount of time, this cute little mystery girl just became villain number one. I mean, just holy cow! And it was like biting into like the sweet. I mean, it's like biting into the sweetest thing you've ever had. Just the sweetest thing you've ever had, and then biting into it and finding out the most bitter, evil thing that you've ever tasted. It was just like it was like the knockout game. It was bam! All of a sudden, the Mangaka's got us. Totally tricked us, pulled us in. Bam! We were just... And I watched some live reactions video. There's a few out there of episode 11. And usually there's not much. People are talking this. But every single person, when they get to this point, is just like, holy cow. And that's pretty much what I'm hearing. They nailed us. They nailed us. And it was in short order. They wrapped it all up to us and just bam! Okay, let's get started with the awesome comments. I've had so much fun with this episode, right? It's just amazing. All right, Conley Bob 9. We do some short ones, a lot of mixing up here. Oh my freaking God. Holy crap. What? Okay. Deep breaths. No, I can't do this right now. I'm going to bed and write back tomorrow. When I've had time to relax, I'll give it a better comment, but for now, I'm too overwhelmed. This was just, oh my gosh. Let me skip around here. Okay. Yeah. NW Order for Life. Yes, Steve, some people, aka me, I was the one who made those predictions. Let me stop here. You made a lot of predictions. You're the main person that got me into this series. So you've been right about a lot of things in NW Order for Life. Let me tell you that. Okay. A lot of stuff. Okay. Continuing on. I told you that Satsuki would join forces with Roko, even though I can see it happening now. I think we can all see that happening now. Okay. We can even see that it looked like Satsuki's plan because she... Well, but anyway, I said that in my review. So continuing on. Satsuki clearly does not like the new girl or any interference from her mother's side. We've known she wanted to take over the world, and now we probably see why. So she can stand up to those who are currently in power. Satsuki said she was counting on Ryuko. That's our first hint. Then Ryuko meets her father's killer, which means she no longer has a reason to go after Satsuki. Very good point. No doubt in my mind that an epic team-up against the world will be happening in the next few episodes. As far as new speech goes, the professor, well, props to you for being right. I've been really wrong on this series. Okay, continuing on. But then again, this thing is crazy. So, all right. Well, anyway, congrats for getting some pretty cool stuff right. All right, continue on. As far as Nudist Beach goes, the professor guy is fishy. I just don't buy that he has everyone's best interest at heart. Rather, he seems like a strictly business type of follower to his organization. Meanwhile, Sewing Machine Guy actually comes off as a good guy who joined for a good reason, which is why I think he will die soon in a horrible way. Then again, the professor might just be a bad guy and an organization just could be his cover. whatever direction they go with him, it will be interesting. And that's another thing, is this is so professionally done. That's kind of what I was trying to say in the opening, is this isn't just having good ideas, okay? This is skill and technique from the people that have created this. This thing is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, this is, if I could show this to anybody and say that didn't have a problem with fan service, okay, let's just admit a ton of that. Anybody would have a problem with that. But if they don't, this would be the epitome that I've seen so far. And believe me, most of you out there probably have a much deeper anime resume than I do. I just have only seen some different things. So, but anyway, of an unbelievable example of what anime can do. This thing is crazy. And we're only 11 episodes in. Continuing on. Mako is hilarious as always. Her explanations, the turtleneck guy, also made me laugh out loud, just like you. It looks like Gamagori respects her. I'd ship it. I would too, because he's always backing her up. Always backing her up now. And even what really got me, the backup that he did with her was, okay, remember, anyway, I already said this review, but I'll say it again. The whole thing about her boiling it down to the true essence, who's supporting her there. And then when she stood up and said, okay, I'm an underachiever, but my name is Mako, and you know, she went that route, and then he backed her up on that too. So, you know. But anyway, it's a couple of things I'm not going to say here. Probably would be funny. But anyway, moving on. Bandgirl's it's a definite shipper thing. I'll just say that. Bandgirl's encore suit was smart. It fit nicely with her musical theme. It was genius, wasn't it? I knew she was going to lose. Well, you knew something I didn't. And I wasn't expecting her to have anything past the airship mode. It was a nice surprise. I wasn't, however, too happy about how Roku won. Yeah, the whole tuning fork thing. Like you said, I think it was weird for her to come up with a strategy to counter a stream of music that dulls her connection to Sengetsu. That just seemed like something he would come up with. And the minute I saw the pink-haired girl jump in, I knew that Senyama was a goner. But wow, she can easily rip a 3-star Goku uniform like nothing. Literally, yes. I agree that she looks nothing like the silhouette of Ruko's dad's killer, but she has the other half of her scissors, so that means it was her or someone she knows. I don't think she can be beaten at this point. So it looks like nudist speech will interfere. Agree with that. And the fight off the girl. Also, is it just me, or are they showing the family too much? Getting sick of them already. I want to agree with you. It was Mako and her family, and I think I said this in review also. And then Mako is a star now. Let's just all admit this. She's a comedic freaking star in this show. And her family is just, there's not much there with the family. I'm sure they'll have some more good stuff in the future, but I don't even know if we should see them more than maybe like a panel's worth or so, an episode now, until something else happens. I think the whole thing where they went up the economic ladder and everything past then has been kind of, all right, agree with you. All right, well now Ruko, getting back to it, well now Ruko looks pissed, and it should be fun to see how she reacts before she's beaten. Well, that's another thing too, going to her getting beaten, because she's lost her cool. Let's just admit it. They were worried about the suit going mad. Ruko is gone. She's gone. She's gone. The whole part of that, she is gone. She is not going to act with any kind of anything. She's gone. Whew. Returning. Best episode so far. This show just gets better and better. Let's make way for the world. The time when we leave this academy is quickly approaching. All right, now the reason that I read this is, beside the fact that make sure you get props, once again for helping me get into this series, which has been incredible, and being right on a lot of stuff in here. But this is what I really want to focus on. Right now, is it going to take 2 episodes for us to get out of the academy and head to the main world, since we know that it's a worldwide organization now? Since the mother said it was the world meeting of this thing, whatever. I think next episode we're done with the college, or the school, that is. I think we're done with the school this episode, and that she's going to be going into the big city. I think we're done with the village, and we're going to the big city, and I think that'll be the beginning of episode 13, is her actually getting there. I think they're going to wrap things up here. I think it's going to be going to be another insane episode, which all 11 of them have been to me. I've seen some other people's reviews, and they're like, well, half are good and half are bad. Maybe I'm just I don't know, mega fan of this, but anyway, I won't get into that. People like what they like. This thing has just blown me away. But anyway, Conley Bob 9, a short one, real short one, to your comment. You weren't alone. I've waited to see Satsuki's mom for some time and have believed her to be the greater evil, and likely the person who had Roko's dad killed. I never thought we'd learn the killer's identity quite this soon, though. Yeah. Well, that's why I think it's the big shift. That's why I think it's the big shift. We're going to leave there and we're going to go to, the big city is what's going to happen, somewhere else. All right. Now some shorter comments here, but still very good. John Hawks. I love Satsuki's mother so much. She hasn't even properly introduced yet. But when you see her enter the closet and ask which of her thousands of God robes wants to be worn, I had goosebumps. I totally missed that, God robes. The whole episode was great. I love when Nanam was defeated, but the crowd demanded an encore, which unlocked her second transformation. The reveal the new girl killed Roko's father was perfect, especially how the ripcord on her glove snapped from her rage. That segment reminded me of a certain scene in Attack on Titan, which you should totally watch if you haven't already. Rampage. Well, I hate to spoil the mood on this. I saw about 8.5 episodes of Attack on Titan. I'm not into anything that's zombies or gore. Okay, and Attack on Titan, I just want to say this real quick. It's one of the most popular things. It's huge out there. I'm just in a minority of people that it doesn't float my boat. So I have to be honest here, because you can tell. So I'm just being honest. So Attack on Titan is not my thing. All right, but it's an extremely popular series, so I'm not going to badmouth it. I wouldn't badmouth it either way, anyhow. All right, everybody likes different stuff, right? Okay, awesome comments, John Hawks. Elijah Lawson. Yes! Love this episode. The cliffhanger totally got me good. We all got nailed. We all got bam. That's what we got. It almost went by too fast. It drew me in and cut me off at the peak of the hype. Great episode. Toad kick. This is short, but more like ass overload. LOL. Actually, it was breast. More a breast man myself. The whole. I actually just thoroughly enjoyed that. On a just a entertainment level, it was pretty good. All right, let's see. Elijah Lawson. Also want to mention Satsuki's mom's hair is very similar in style to Roko's when she is transformed. Also, I sort of get the feeling with Roko and Satsuko are related somehow. I do too. Like they're step-siblings. Same mother, different fathers maybe. Only Roko's clan can make Kamui, so I feel like that's a possibility. What's your take on it? Absolutely. They're related somehow. Whether it's a clan or it's an offshoot clan or they're actually that closely related, they are absolutely related somehow. I'm just sure of it. And especially at least from what anime I've seen and manga and all that kind of stuff, I'm pretty sure they are. And NW Order for Life responds to if Roko and Satsuki are related, then I wouldn't be surprised if that woman is not Satsuki's mom. In fact, maybe the woman who died in the flashback was Satsuki's mom. Man, all speculation with no evidence regarding this one. LOL. Okay, it says read more. I didn't open this up. Okay, a little bit more here. I didn't think Roko is in a clan, whoever her father was. He was the one who made the Kamui. He probably was a former member of the Secret World Organization. They probably have a monopoly on these Kamui clothes. Well, that's right. That's so how? Well, anyway, okay. I'm going to get back into this, but let's go ahead. I had an idea and it just got pushed out. All right, anyway, continuing on. I'll get back to it. Tika-chan-mo. Awesome comments. Awesome comments. Every stinking one. Not a troll in this bunch. Only high-end, top-shelf stuff here. This was so freaking epic. I don't know how they stuff so much comedy and action into a small amount of time and still get deeper messages across. So I love this episode so much, but there it was one thing that I didn't really like, that was Mako's, who I love. Her family showing their faces and much without really doing anything, right? Does the ex-disciplinary chairman like Mako? Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know, but there's something there. But I am a shipper, so who knows? I don't really think that little brat that showed up killed Roko's dad, even though she's obviously capable. It makes it just seem really simple and quick. Okay, let me go back and talk a little bit more about the Mako thing. She's all over Gamagori, and she spent a fair amount of time on Gamagori's head, and he's backing her up, and there absolutely is something there. There absolutely is something there, and I think that that's going to be some kind of, and I think that's something that they're going to have. Look, we've had shipping in here. It's been lesbian shipping. I think there's going to be some heterosexual shipping in here. So I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, because they seem to want to touch on every kind of anime aspect there is, slice of life, this, that, whatever. So I think they kind of need to get all the shipping done, evidently. Okay, okay, or at least more of it. Okay, even though she's capable. Okay, I don't really think the branch. Okay, the whole thing about killing. Yeah, we've already talked about this, but it doesn't look like her. I don't think it was her. I just don't. I think she, like I said, I think what she said originally was true. I think she pulled the scissor out, but I don't think she put the scissor in. But she doesn't look like the person that escaped either. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of confused like that. But like I said, that's a good point. Okay, let me go ahead and continue on. I think she's also testing Ruko to see the limits to her power, how in control she is, and if she's a threat, which makes me wonder if Satsuki is even a villain. Now we're going to that. People are seeing the shift there. Right, because her main thing is upgrading her army. That's what Satsuki's been doing. And these guys were just not fighting each other. They just had no competition, and now they've been getting their butts kicked and improving their suits. What do you guys think? Maybe she was only testing Ruko this whole time and using her to test her subordinates. There we go. And make them stronger. I just don't know anything. It's extremely hard to predict. I think you've said a lot so far. But anyway, you said it's extremely hard to predict anything in this series. The only thing that I know for certain is that this time it's definitely not Obito, thank the anime gods. No, really, there is going... okay, this is going, and I haven't predicted a single thing about this correctly, but I do agree with a team up between Satsuki and Ruko. It seems likely right now. There's some large piece of info which we don't have that will make everything click, I think. Thanks so much for doing reviews and comment vids. This is something I've personally only seen you do. Thanks so much for your hard work, and please please keep it up. Okay, I really do appreciate that. These are a ton of fun to do. They absolutely are. Okay, let me go ahead and push on. All right, now calling Bob 9. I'll do yours last right here. Start and finish with you this week. All right, KX Mixer X. Wow, Kill la Kill is definitely on a roll lately. We've gotten at least 4 consecutive awesome episodes in a row. I believe the next episode will come to a fever pitch, though. I'm not entirely sure what will happen, but I'm sure it'll be crazy. This is definitely, well, at least for most, unless you're in NW Order for Life, this one kind of makes, you know, you kind of get smacked making predictions in this one, because they don't even come close, usually. I mean, most people just, because they just go, they go, oh, this doesn't happen, and that doesn't, and this, and that's, wow. Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to entirely sure what will happen, but I'm sure it'll be crazy, you know. I'm aware that the VC videos are where you get into your theories and read everyone's predictions. But I think this time I'm going to forego my own and just let the story play out this time. Because honestly, I have no idea what's expected for the next week's episode. I thought I knew what we'd be getting this week, but I was sorely and embarrassingly off track. Well, look at me. But there's a point of being so wrong, or it doesn't matter. Okay. Or maybe I'm just, easy. I'm just easy at being wrong. I'm easy at being wrong myself, but then again, I'm pretty easy on other people either, to be honest. So, yeah, that's the way it is. All right, continuing on. I do, and it's still fun. It's still fun to do. I do, however, want to comment on a few small touches I thought were brilliant in this episode. The biggest one being the final scene between Jekazur and Ryuko when they were pushing against each other's sounds. The soundtrack was insane. I love that you pointed this out for me because I did not realize what you were going to say until you actually... Well, I'll read what you said and then I'll comment on that. Okay. Was in sync whoever had the upper hand. Okay. One moment you'd hear Beethoven's Fifth for Jekazur. And the next you would hear J-pop song for Ryuko. It was a small touch, but it made the scene that much more entertaining. And this is where I say... By reading this, I didn't know that was this. It didn't connect with me because it is such a fast show, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So we got Beethoven's First, and we got Ryuko's J-pop. Bam! Awesome stuff. Always learn a ton, and there is so much in here. Whew. Anyway, thank you for pointing that out to me. Awesome job. Okay, the second is the exchange between Mako and Jekazur. I laughed out loud when Mako finally got fed up with being called an underachiever and proudly proclaimed her name, followed by an overly elaborate title. Classic Mako. What a great character she is. She's amazing. I thought this was a big throwaway character, and she is freaking amazing. Well, here's to the next episode. I think I may have to take a sedative after watching this. If this week is any indication of what to expect, great review, by the way. I always appreciate the positive energy there. Thank you very much. And now I've done a lot of jumping around here. I'm going to read Conley Bob. I hopefully haven't missed. No, I read you. Okay, I'm trying not to miss anybody, but I think I got everybody. But if I did, look, I'm only human and it wasn't intentional. All right. Let's see. Conley Bob 9. Okay, so it's a longer comment. I'm going to go ahead and finish up with you. Okay, you've collected yourself. That blew us all away. It was at least a few hours before I could actually do my review. And you even saw the energy level I had when I did my review. Yeah, that was insane. All right, here we go. Conley Bob 9. Final comment. Whew. Okay, I'm back. Now that I've had a few drinks, I'll try this again. I saw the title of your video before the episode, so I went in prepared to have my awesomeness overloaded. But nothing could have prepared me. If I had done a live reaction video of this episode, you would have seen some stuff. And there's only a few I've seen out there from episode 11, but once you get to this point, they're like, what the? I saw one where the guy's kicking his chair and rolling around because, whoa, it was too much. Continuing on. At first, I thought you must be talking about Band Hat Girl. All that hype that you were giving her last week. It seemed only natural she was pulling the stops in this fight. So you're thinking that I'm going at this episode like, look how right I was, right? That Steve Rampage is like, wow, how right I was, Band Hat Girl, and she totally beat Ruko, and then it's awesome episode. No. I was totally wrong. I don't have a problem being wrong and enjoying the episode. All right, continuing on. I have never in my life seen a uniform like this, and the fight made me think I was watching Star Wars, the anime. But Band Hat gets defeated halfway through, and it was looking like my prediction was true. Senegama fight would end the episode, will end with that. But no, if you remember the blind guy's cockiness from last week, they were actually leading up to this. And by the way, if anyone thought that Band Hat Girl was a spoiled little princess, I think this new little psycho is about to make her look like Gandhi. Oh, man. Awesome stuff. A few things. I've said a couple of times that Satsuki's mother could be the one who had killed Ryuko's father, because he can invent suits that would challenge her control. Well, this girl did it on her orders, most likely, so it seems. I had the right idea. And when you look at how dangerous this girl clearly is, can you imagine how powerful her boss must be? These are awesome points. Wow, the moment I saw Satsuki's mother, I knew she was, and she had the same kind of presence, the same brimming confidence, and was just flowing with power. She also looked quite evil and in love with her own power. Between her and Satsuki, she's definitely the greater evil. Someone more concerned with power for its own sake than her idea of changing the world for the better. Man, I can't wait for the next episode, next week's episode. Just insert here. They've really made her seem like a, talking about a spoiled little princess, this one is like, her mom is coming off like a spoiled queen. Okay, I mean, big, overloaded power. And like you say, she seems more into the wealth and prestige and all that than definitely, as you're saying, everybody else. Continuing on. A brilliant thing about this episode is that after Banhat's battle, when the teacher was saying that Ryuko's growing too fast, I was inclined to agree. I was getting worried that she's becoming like Naruto, turning into a godlike being that few could even challenge. But now it's very clear that she hasn't grown nearly enough. I think that we're about to witness the wider world outside the academy, where Ryuko may be greatly outclassed by a lot of folks. You knew that Umbrella Girl was trouble the moment you saw Satsuki panic. Nobody makes her do that. Prediction. What if next week Ryuko not only gets smacked down, but she will, which she will, but actually loses Sengetsu on this person? Now that would be pretty crazy. She may not lose it. It may be even the bullet puts Senketsu out of shape or commission for a few chapters or something. That may even be one. But she could lose it. But continuing on with your thoughts, let's say she loses it. Wow. How would she get it back? That would create a new set of circumstances right there. I do see Satsuki allying with her soon now, so that's one possibility. The news, of course, Satsuki could give her a temporary uniform until they get the other one back. But then again, against fighting these people, that probably wouldn't be enough, would it? All right. Ooh. You know, I'm just thinking here. Maybe this is... I've been looking for someone that was going to teach Ryuko non-suit techniques. There isn't anyone in this anime that would be better at teaching Ryuko these non-suit techniques and battle abilities than Satsuki. What if Satsuki becomes that person? What if she is the one that trains her in this stuff? Because the suit we've just seen, the suit alone isn't going to get, there's no combination of her and the suit alone that's going to get her to where she needs to be. Alright, continuing on. I like that. The nudist guy might stop Umbrella Girl from killing her. But that bullet they've got really better be something. Because I don't know what they can do. Otherwise, or is it she just deflects the bullet with her umbrella? That wouldn't surprise me either. Well, Rampage, last week you said that Banhat Girl would be the highlight of this episode, and I said it would be Sengiyama. And we both could not have been more wrong. Thanks for introducing me to this series, but if I have a heart attack, it's your fault. But you'll die happy in this series. But you won't. You won't. But, okay. So I'm going to blame NW Order for life. But anyway, okay, so we've got to this. Hopefully we could stop not having any heart attacks. Awesome comments. I enjoy this so much. Like I say, you guys make me understand this series so much better. And as I've said before, which is still true, I will compare. Look at this. Just awesome comments all the way. This is solid. This is a solid, it's a solid anime Kill la Kill we're talking about. And your comments are just, you guys as commenters are just absolutely solid fans out there. Just awesome. Just, this is so great. Anyway, anybody could be an anime fan. You can always subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. You can do anything you want to. Until next time, take care.